Welcome back to Roleplay Blades, episode 7. We are back.
Is it right?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Good job.
We did it. We're in the right
Minor.
positions. Our cameras are good. Our sound is good. We're in the dark, sort of, kind of.
I'm ready.
And we have blades. Nope, just kidding.
No, we don't have any. We should have blades.
Oh, yeah, I should get like a knife. My uncle made me, so this is a weird story that has, kind of a little bit to do with this. For Christmas, my uncle, who I don't really know that well, he sent my sister this like beautiful, intricate like jewelry box that he had made. And it was like all carved and stuff. And he sent me a knife made of bone.
Wow.
I don't know what that
totally sounds like something your
relationship
character
or what
would do.
he thinks of me.
Does he
That's
know
badass.
It's like a
That's
shiv.
an incredible story.
It's like he made it out of the bone of some animal. I don't
Like
know.
the whole blade is bone and everything? Or
Yeah.
just
Not human?
It's-
whoa?
Look, here, I can show you. It's right here.
Yes.
And I used to work at the pawn shop.
Like,
Whoa.
Oh,
bone.
that's definitely
I
a
don't
human
know.
bone. Yeah, that's
mean, that's
definitely. That
horrifying.
guy's name was Larry,
I have no idea.
for sure.
That is some badass
really-
whisper shit right there, I think,
I
Anne.
know.
I love that. I love that your sister got like a generic, well, not generic, excuse me, but like a nice female,
It
kind
was
of.
really nice.
And then for Annie's like a bone knife.
Yeah, that's what she needs, a shiv that I crafted in prison, probably. So that's
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
Anne's metal as shit.
All right, we got up our game, guys. We got up our game.
Well,
Anne
I
has,
used to
Anne
work
has
at
a
pawn
nice
shops.
one. Mine is in the other room. I can't. I'm disarmed. What's
So
We
I,
got mini weed a butternut fly knife
Oh, those things are
Trainer.
scary as shit.
trainer. It's
A trainer? Okay,
Mm.
nice.
Trainer's not scary unless
Yeah.
you literally like hit someone with it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, he
thought
loves
for a
that
second You said you got your young son a butterfly knife, and I was like, to each their own.
Yeah.
no, a trainer, so that he can have one eventually. Once he passes all of the necessary certifications. Actually, there's such
Like
things
he's
that
13 or something.
he can just play with that for the next 20 years. And if he ever, has a little bit of money to spend on the side, he can get his own butterfly knife.
Nice.
But at
20-year
least
training
when he
course.
does that and makes that dumb decision, he will have been trained for that moment. So hopefully he won't cut himself.
I always have mine prepared. I have my switchblade ready to go.
That's
Wait,
nuts.
isn't that illegal? Oh, that guy, you can't fucking have weapons on. God. Oh,
No, he-
fucking report.
Montana.
Look
Report.
at our knives. And
This-
I
stuff.
thought-
I've got like pocket
This
knives.
Report.
This is
I
for
thought,
Brett.
I thought you had diplomatic immunity, Marcus. Aren't we covered?
Shit. Oh, shit.
It's like a
Oh.
2-inch blade.
If they ask me,
Oh.
I'm gonna say Marcus said it was okay. It's like Marcus said I could
I
have
did
it,
not say any
Yeah.
such thing, Ezekiel the
and
third.
it's not illegal as long as it's less than 3.5 inches.
Is that
That's what she
is
said.
that
There you go.
JP is face palming right now? He's just
Yeah.
like, God damn it.
He's not alone.
what has
There's a
happened?
lot.
To
Oh
him?
yeah, I
not
forgot.
alone.
This
He's
isn't
in
even my
control.
channel. I don't have to give a shit.
His channel's getting
What?
banned.
Talk about how
Jeez.
uncomfortable you are right now, and Jeff.
That's my favorite. So it's like, I'm so uncomfortable.
Jeff, was it? So I saw a video of the most incredible catch I've ever seen in football. Was that the Seahawks or was that another team?
It was Seahawks.
The
Definitely
one-handed
not.
over the defender catch?
all wrapped around him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was really good. I just noticed your Seahawks hoodie.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was funny because I tweeted that video and then there's people who are like, well, yeah, he's face masking the guy, so obviously he could do that. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, you go ahead and face mask a guy, you foot mask a guy, you leg mask a guy, and then try to make that catch. I don't care what that's
Yeah.
a freaking nature of that moment in time.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, I'll lead off then. Speaking of Seahawks, real quick, happy about
Yes,
their
yeah.
right. I think they're going to be the underdogs against the Falcons, but that'll be really fun this Saturday. Other than like begging for a victory, I was also at a Warhammer tournament this weekend where I took second, like for the 9th time. So
Well,
Cool.
why do you say it like that, Jeff?
because it was funny the first 3 or 4 times, they're like, "Oh, it's the rights, but you're never the
But
bird."
you do. That's not in a row.
No, not in a row, but like
You have a championship under your belt, so
yeah, I've got several, but like it's actually a lot of second places, so it's kind of funny. It was cool. Warhammer's fun.
Well, Jeff,
Doing that.
as our good friend, like we're here to pick you up. So congratulations on that second place win. I know you're a winner. You just have to be, work a little bit harder. Just a little. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Just sharing the total, sharing the glory.
And when you say Warhammer, you're talking about like tabletop.
Yeah, Warhammer 40K tabletop.
I assume you play like traditional Space Marines, Jeff. That seems like your thing.
You think so? You think
I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing.
No,
I'm Gene Stealer Cult, man.
Oh yeah,
which is like very apropos to Blades in the Dark, actually, kind of.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Jeff, let me ask you this, because like we've talked about Warhammer before on some other shows, and actually like even the DH show, like there was like that moment where you were kind of like getting into it and talking a lot about the game and the rules and how important that is. Like there's still a random dice element to things that happen in the game. Are any of those definitely attributed to that? I mean, is it just like a very difficult game to be consistently a first place champion in?
I mean, to your point, you're absolutely correct. Anytime there's dice involved in any game, there is luck. But because, and I actually compare it a lot to StarCraft, because there's so many factors that go into it. The more you practice, the more experience you have, the more you're like, well, I've done this attack to that kind of unit before, so I know the range of what's probably going to happen. That really benefits you. So a lot of times, because I play so much and because I play with really, really good players, that random element is a little bit outside. But that's not to say, for instance, I'll have like 8 dice because 2 guys are attacking, and I'll be like, okay, they hit on 3s, I have a re-roll, they wound on 4s. Generally speaking, I should do 4 or 5 wounds here. That's enough to win this fight. You roll the 8 dice, you get 7 1s and a 2, and you're like, well, that was fucking weird. You pick them up, you roll it again, and you get like 5 3s, a 2, and then the rest are 1s, and you're like,
right,
that's not probable. And it's actually kind of fun for the same reason that like XCOM is fun, where you take that 91% and you need this, and then when you don't get it, you're like, but a game would be really bad if that happened too much. Nobody
of course.
That. So anytime, XCOM, but more specifically dice games, dice tend to average out. People will think like, oh, I'm a terrible dice roller.
Right.
No, you're not. You just think you are. Most people have average. I mean, everyone has average dice. It's just a question of in what shape or form is it going to show up. So it's kind of fun that way.
Awesome. Thank you.
I would guess it's a little bit. I play poker. It's probably a lot like that too, where it's managing the swings emotionally too, so you don't go on tilt, and you're able to keep your cool and like go ahead with your plan and not be like, fuck, God, this is stupid, I can't do it. Stay the course.
I love it. I mean, it's you play on a 6 foot by 4 foot table. You have 18. Generally, tournaments are 1,850 point armies against each other, but there's like 30 different factions. Each faction has or 30 different races, but each race has, Space Marines have like 20 different factions. Eldar have 3 or 4. There's detachments. It's so beyond complex. It seems really daunting, but when you play it a bunch, you get most of that down. But what I like about it is there's no one person on Earth that's like, well, actually, I know every rule in Warhammer 40K. No, they don't. They actually don't, because it's not possible. The human brain. So the more you know, the better. But there's just that element of excitement and risk, and you feel really smart when you predict something's going to happen, or you assume, or you kind of leverage that way. And it's a lot like chess too, where you're playing to things that are going to happen 2 or 3 turns in advance. You have strategy, so it's
right.
For people that like strategy or are kind of the RTS genre and that kind of thing. It is like the final form of it. It's insane. It's really fun.
Awesome.
I bet Twitch chat knows all the rules. They know.
Someone in Twitch chat does.
They know 100% of the rules. Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't make it to tournaments because they have a 40-pound penis, so it's like impossible to lug that around, even with their golden Lamborghini.
Sorry, sir. You can't bring weapons on the plane.
now. Yeah, well, that's because I'm a three-term seal as well. So it's like, how am I supposed to get around with any of this?
Well, speaking of Warhammer, I was at CES and I got to interview the guy, like one of the guys from the company that made the Warhammer VR game. What was it, like Vermintide? Something?
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. So CES was cool. That was my first time ever going. Have you guys ever gone to CES?
Never been.
Yeah.
It was kind of a nightmare. Probably
Dude, high five, man.
Yeah,
Shit show.
dude.
Fuck that. You know what?
Seriously.
Ann, can we just do it? Let's do it right now. Let's talk about, first off, an event the first week, like pretty much after the holidays in fucking Vegas.
Yep.
It is like the biggest mismatch. And I imagine if I was like the biggest, I'm probably going to get in some trouble for it, but like, I imagine an alternate version of myself that thinks that is the coolest fucking thing and like goes and gets like, 28 balls of cocaine and fucking is like, yes, fucking new TVs. and I go there and I'm like, oh my God, there's fucking so many people here. You can't get anywhere. There's so many fucking people. And then you go into like the depths of hell and it's like the same people with like the same 20,000 robots all like doing various shit, like wiping your ass and fucking getting beer. And it's just like, and I'm like, I'm out. Done. Yeah.
I was working with Intel, so it was like cool because I was doing like interviews and stuff and I got to meet like a lot of really cool people. But man, the convention itself is just like awful because like 60% of it is in the convention center. The other 40% is spread throughout the entire strip. Like, all of the hotels have like booths and stuff in them.
Yeah.
Which is like miles and it's not easy to get to because traffic is a nightmare. And there's just like hundreds. There's like, I don't know, it's like 160,000 people just like walking.
It's nuts. Yeah. I mean, from a networking perspective, CES is incredible.
Yeah.
But like the convention is just the biggest shit show. And it's, so
it's like cool. I'm glad I went, but goddamn that I don't think I want to go to that again because it was just like not fun. I'm looking forward to TwitchCon though. You guys announced TwitchCon.
We did.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Long Beach?
It's cool. I mean, I've never been to their convention center, but I'm happy as a Californian. As a Southern Californian, I'm happy that it's close.
Can I offer you a tagline for this TwitchCon?
You go right for it.
It has to be said this way too. You say, Long Beach, the other San Diego.
Can we just can I just take that soundbite from this VOD?
I give you permission.
Okay. We'll get JP to write off on it and all will be
It's crazy good. Long Beach is gonna be great because like San Diego, like look, it's warm, it's Southern California, but Long Beach, it's so much like Southern California and warm and just so different.
From San Diego?
Yeah.
It's really different.
I never really spent a lot of time there because I mean I live in LA, but I don't go to Long Beach that often. But it's like right on the harbor, so it shouldn't be too bad, like weather-wise.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Year 3, I know. I'm gonna, like I said, year 3 of working on TwitchCon, like East Coast, and I've heard the things said, and it's just like quack, 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 because it all comes down to like how easy will it be to throw this event and make it fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And that equates a lot to the location, and it like sucks, but like I don't know how else to put it out there other than like, and that's just from my perspective, from like what we have to activate on it. But I won't lie, I'm pretty stoked about the location considering some of the other options.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but guys, 2018, TwitchCon's gonna be at Orange County, California. You guys ready for that?
Well, like the Anaheim Convention Center?
Yes. Southern California again.
Like the BlizzCon one?
Yeah, it's going to be super pumped.
Dude, eventually it'll just be like, TwitchCon 2157, Omaha, Nebraska. And we'll like have made it that far. Like, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I don't know. I want Denver. I want Denver, Colorado.
No, put those hefty Twitch streamers in a really fucking hot place. Do Phoenix, Arizona in August. I want to do an outdoor convention in Phoenix, Arizona in August, bro.
Oh shit.
No, thank you. Not a fan of that idea.
I noticed Zeke didn't say anything about
He's
it.
not.
Is he like saving his
TwitchCon Montana.
content?
No,
You don't care.
it's still in California, so it makes no never mind to me at all.
It's like is there a direct flight from like, yes, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. If
No,
there's
the only way it would have a direct flight is if it was in Seattle, Denver, Salt Lake City, or Minneapolis.
I like your chances.
Prime, I get a direct flight. Prime is the only con I get a direct flight to.
I don't
So
know.
I don't give a fuck. It's in California. It'll be nice. My brother lives in LA, so I'll get to visit my brother. That's nice.
There you go.
Well,
All right.
shall we do downtime?
Let's fucking kill people after we do downtime.
I'm ready.
Time for the game.
I wrote out what I wanted to do 2 weeks ago after our last episode,
Oh,
so I'm ready.
Do it.
I'm stoked.
Pro moves, Anne. Pro. I love it.
So, quick question.
Yep.
What is the difference between crew upgrades and like special abilities, like deadly and that kind of stuff?
So when your crew advances, you guys have 2 advances saved up so far, just to catch everybody up from last time.
Okay.
I think you're averaging 1 per session at this point, so good job. Almost 1, close to 1. Twitch chat will correct my math there, I'm sure. When you get an advance, you can spend a single advance on 1 special ability for the crew, like deadly or from the list, or 2 upgrade boxes, like quality documents,
one or t'other.
One or t'other. And so you have 2 advances, so you could get 4 upgrade boxes or 2 special abilities or 1 and 1.
Gotcha.
The idea I had was to spend 1 of those on the workshop upgrade box and the documents upgrade box, which would essentially mean that your library was actually good and actually helped you like learn things and research targets and blah, 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 blah. Because we've kind of been skating on the edge of doing that already a little bit, like, oh, well, we have a library, we should just look it up. And I've kind of been like, yeah, you can, your library is not that great. So if you want it to be something that actually helps you, then that would be something to spend it on. But you guys had an idea too, so it's obviously up to the group what you want to spend your advances on. So.
Before Ann gets going here too, by the way, I want to submit. I feel like we are all pretty okay with the names of the crew. So John, if you could just roll it out naturally.
Will do. I've got it in my pocket, and I think we're all in this. There was a potential list, so I think you were all cool with the potential. So it'll come out.
I don't know what you're talking about, actually. And I'm not joking. I don't actually know what you're talking about.
The name for your crew, we wanted it to come out like from the world around you instead of you guys like saying this is our name now.
We settled on the antelopes, and
yeah,
nice.
Oh, I voted for aardvarks though.
well, aardvarks.
I'm sure whatever you guys decided on will be cool. I just
we wanted to be listed higher in the scoundrel yellow pages, so
yeah, exactly. AAA assassins
in the dark pages. Yeah.
Perfect.
So we can start with you guys. But what we should probably do first, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. So let me just lay this out briefly. Normally we do like payoff and then heat and then the entanglement, and then you guys take your downtime actions. But we've been introducing this concept, which I like, where the payoff, instead of it being something we kind of gloss over, like it's a little bit more of a scene. Like you guys go and get the coin from Lady Aramina, and like some weird shit's been going on with that. So we haven't been glossing over that part of it. It's like a thing that we kind of do instead of saying like, now you get 8 coin. Anyway, moving on. So in the fictional space of the game, I feel like it's up to you guys. You just fled the Lost District, completing your mission. You came back through the lightning barrier. The Foghounds got you back in. You came back to the city, blah, 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 blah. Would it be the type of situation where in that state, the crew would be like, we got to go to Aramina's tonight and get our payment? Or would you be like, that can wait. We're going to deal with our ship first, and then we're going to go get our money. So it's like, it's up to you guys, like what order we do stuff in, I guess is what I'm saying.
How about we deal with our shit, then go get the money?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I figured that's what you'd say. Like in the strict rules of the game, you kind of do these things in order: payoff, heat, entanglement, downtime. But in the fiction of the story, like that's not quite how things are happening. So I think we can, fudge that a little bit. So, so it's been, it's been a day or so since the operation, and you're all back in the city.
And we didn't accrue any heat for that mission, did we?
You will get some, but
we get it now. Okay.
You will get some in a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess I can tell you that just in case someone wants to reduce heat for their downtime. So you got 0 heat for an operation that was quiet. It was outside the city, and basically everybody there got killed or possessed or something. There are no witnesses. And you have your ability, which masks deaths, so that nobody knows people died out there. So 0 for that. Then plus 1 heat for a high profile target, which you guys pretty much always get. And wait, was there another one? I wrote down 2. Why did I write down 2? High profile target. Yeah, that was it. That was the only one, I guess.
Hostile turf.
No, technically, I mean, you would think so, but not in this case. No. And you're not at war. And the killing
that would
thing
be if we like went to the police station and killed someone.
That would definitely count, or like someone a faction that you're enemies with. You went to their base or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's just 1 heat. I don't know why I wrote down 2. So
I added the heat.
What is that? What's your total now? Is it 4?
3.
3. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, you're doing fine on heat then. That's pretty good. And you know that Ermina is supposedly, not supposedly, but like the deal was 10 coin for this target, and you're going to get 3 rep from the job. So we'll do that when you go pick up your money, because the entanglement that I rolled kind of is going to happen there. So we'll do those things together when you get paid. So, Anne, during Rune's downtime, what would you like to do?
So I want to go back to the library. I have 2. I have a level 1 harm and a level 2 harm, so I need to begin the healing process.
Yes.
Let's see. I need the downtime reference, which is here.
Yeah.
So you were explaining to me last week, what do I need to do for healing? Let's see.
So first you get treatment, and when you get treatment, you unlocks your healing clock,
Mm-hmm.
and you recover you get rid of all your level 1 harm.
Okay.
So that's like the first stage. That's kind of like, visiting the person who's treating you. And then if you want to take another downtime action, you can, just lie in bed and recuperate or whatever. Once the doctor has sort of treated you, you're able to start healing.
Okay.
And that fills a clock. You basically roll and see how much you fill. And then when you fill up that clock, you heal the rest of your harm.
Okay, cool. So I can take off this level 1 harm right away.
As soon as you get treatment,
Okay.
that just goes away. Who are you going to go to to heal you?
Is Kellen able to do that kind of thing?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm actually writing down all these people of note. What Kellum? Can you spell it for me?
Quellyn.
Kellen is Rune's friend. That she's like a witch kind of. And she came to stay with you guys last time because her house got broken into by the empty vessel cult, and they left a warning message to you on the wall of her house, of her apartment. But she's actually back. When you come back after the operation and stuff, she's gone back home, and one of her friends, who's also kind of a whisperer. You don't really know him, but he's this weirdo. He's kind of a rich kid or something. He helped her like get rid of the weird occult markings they'd left behind and secure her place so that they can't mess with her.
Okay.
So she's not living in the library right now. She's moved back.
Oh,
home.
okay. Cool. Then I guess I didn't go to the library. I went to wherever she is.
Yeah, if you go to her place, she has her like tree of healing mushrooms and stuff. So she can
Mushrooms. Sweet.
Yeah, she can brew you a sweet
I do need to indulge my vice.
sweet tea to yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got the level 1 harm cleared. The level 2 harm, I need to start a clock, or you need to start a clock, I guess. Or...
Yeah, I think it might be on this version of the character sheet. Let me
What
look.
was your level 2 harm again?
There is a clock here. Yeah. I can't click on it though. Oh wait, I can. There's numbers I can click. Okay.
I think she
Yeah,
had
I have
burns.
shadow burns right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Okay, so
so once you get treatment, so your level 1 harm goes away. She gives you your tea, and like she actually asks you, you're friends, right? So she like she knows not to pry into your work because it's like, well, I don't know. Is that true? Does she ever? Do you like tell her what you do, or is it a secret?
no, I think more she doesn't ask.
Okay.
Really, like she knows what I'm capable of, but she doesn't ask like really what I use it for.
Okay, so she doesn't bring up. She's not like, so how did the job go? She doesn't say that.
Right. Yeah.
She actually tells you about what she and her friend did, and like how it's going to be okay now, and like you don't need to worry about her. And, thanks for letting her stay at your place and stuff, but she's going to be fine here now, and those guys won't come back. So
Okay.
you don't need to worry.
Okay. How do I
So,
I guess I'm just trying to figure out how I like make progress on this clock.
yeah, so you've taken one downtime action to like recover it and get rid of your level 1 harm and get your clock going. You can take another downtime action to like lay out and recuperate with Kellen, and we'll make a roll for her healing prowess. She has 2 dice of healer basically.
Okay.
And then we'll fill up your healing clock based on how well she does. And then if you want to, you can spend coin to like bump up that result by saying like, yeah, I bought a bunch of great stuff for her to use, or,
Okay.
if you want to just knock it out in one go, you can spend enough money to like finish it off, just by buying medicinal supplies and stuff like that.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So I'll do, or I guess you roll for.
Either way, if you want to roll, that's fine.
What do I roll?
2 dice /R 2d6.
All right. /R 2d6. 4.
3.
3. What?
The single.
I was looking at the
highest. Yeah.
Okay. So I have to get all the way to 8 for this.
Well,
shadow
yeah.
burns to go away?
Yeah, and it's not quite that good either. On a 1 to 3, you tick 1.
What?
1 tick on the healing clock.
This,
Yeah.
Who made this game? God damn it.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
bullshit clock. Bullshit.
I know the bullshit clocks, dude.
So
I
you
got it,
can
guys.
spend-
On one already.
so you can spend a coin to bump up your result. Like you could spend 1 to get 1 more tick and spend 2 to get 2 more ticks, but that's not super efficient.
Oh.
It's better to spend a coin and like have just recuperate longer, like have Kellen like treat you for longer.
Yeah, like another downtime action.
Like, and then we could roll again, and eventually she can heal you completely. If and this is kind of the way the economy of the game works. Like when you guys are very flush, which you are right now, you have lots of money. You can easily just recover during one downtime. You can like blow out some coin and be fine. And then when you're really poor, it's hard, and you have to like struggle and be hurt for longer and stuff. So it's totally okay to kind of run through your money for this kind of stuff, because that's sort of what it's for. So I don't remember how much money you personally have, and you probably have.
I only have 1 right now.
Oh, you have 1. Okay.
I think we like poured it into the vault, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the crew has 4. in the vault,
Okay.
looks like.
Um.
So if you want to spend 1, you can roll again and keep healing.
Okay, I'll do that. I don't know how to clear this. Oh wait, there's like a X that I can't click. What?
Oh, and shit,
I
we
don't
totally
know.
fucked up. We fucked up. Hang on.
Oh no.
Already?
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. I got it.
you get a bonus die. So Kellen is
Oh.
your friend, and when you do downtime stuff with your friends, you get a bonus die. So
Oh.
I just rolled it, and she got a 6. So that first treatment actually filled 3 ticks on your clock.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank God for bonus die.
I forgot she was your friend. I keep thinking she's just like a contact or something. But
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So so I've got 3. I'm gonna spend a coin to do that again. So I'll roll 3d6.
3d6 this time. Yeah.
Sweet. 2 6s.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. Starting the game off strong. I'm assuming that removes the shadow burns.
The crit is 5 ticks, which I think fills the clock. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because that first one was 3 and that one's 5.
There you go.
Awesome. So I'm healed. Perfect.
You are healed.
Okay. So did that count as 1 downtime action, and then I spent a coin to do?
The recovery was 1, and healing was 1, and then you spent a coin to do a third one.
Wait, what? How does that?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Recovery is an action. It clears your level 1 harm and activates your clock. That's one of your actions.
Oh, but the actual you just unlock it with the downtime action. You don't actually get to do anything as part of that downtime action.
Well, you heal your level 1 harm. That's what you do.
Right.
It goes away.
Ugh.
I know.
Okay.
It's
well, because
mean.
I have to indulge in my vice because I'm at 6 stress right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to.
So you can spend rep or coin on that, and we should talk about that briefly because you're only 2 rep down from filling up your tracker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you guys want to try to push up in tier yet and get like a bigger crew.
What would that?
You're sort of 2 cycles away from that. The first time you do it, you're going to improve your hold on tier 0, and then when you fill it again, you'll be able to go up in tier and like get a bigger gang, and Myth will get a bonus die and stuff like that will happen. So you're about to get 3 rep, which will take you 1 over the limit. So like if Anne spent 1 rep to take an extra action here, it wouldn't go to waste because you're like kind of going over the limit, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Just so you know, you basically have like a point of rep that you can burn right now that it won't hurt you if you use it. It's just kind of an extra point of rep that you have.
Should I do that then?
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, because it's essentially kind of free. So
because I can spend that to do my indulgent vice thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason that mechanic exists is if like if you don't have any money and you guys just sit around recovering for a long period of time, your rep will eventually dwindle down because people like you're just spending all your time in downtime instead of doing stuff. So that's why your rep drains. But in this case, it's not that big a deal.
Okay.
So you're going to indulge your vice in drugs, right, Anne?
Yeah.
So how would you like to do that? What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna go back to my cave in the library.
Shoot
I'm
up.
just like, thanks, Kellen. I'm out, and I'm gonna go back to my little whatever it is. What's that called? Like what's the word? Oh my god, my brain is forgetting what that word is.
I don't remember what we called it.
Like a cellar.
Grotto?
It's kind of like a cellar. That's what I'm thinking of it as. So I'm gonna go back there and just like close the door and get really high. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
John, can I ask a question? Are PCs considered friends or contacts as well?
Yeah, Zeke and I were talking about this before. It's up to you guys. Like if you are actually friends, then they do count.
I mean, so in a scenario, I could be like, I could tell Rune to like come with me because I can, where I'm going, I know there's the good stuff.
You could, yes, you totally could.
Okay.
It's up to you and Anne to determine like, are Miss Cataby and Rune actually friends, or are they just like in a crew together?
I was thinking that too. It's like it's up to you. If I were to call, if anybody on this crew would be a friend, it'd be Rune, because I feel like business relationships with Careless and Miss Cataby.
It's up to you guys though. Like are you saying, Mark, like in character, does Miss Cataby like approach Rune when she comes back to the library and is like, hey, I got
and not necessarily in this particular session, but I was just in general asking because yeah, but that makes sense. That makes sense. Like I have to be a friend. I get it.
Yeah, and it's totally up to you guys. There's no like friendship mechanic or anything. You just say if you're friends or not.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like if Miss Cataby were to approach Rune, she would just be like, lead the way, especially if you were like, I know where there are good drugs. You'd just be like, this might be a trap, but I don't really care because you said good drugs. So
good to know.
All right, cool. So I need to let's see, where is it?
Yeah, in this case, like since you're just kind of on your own, like shooting up in your cellar, I think you can just click on the character sheet. There's a indulge vice button.
Yep.
Yeah, and it'll automatically do the calculation for you. Oof.
1.
Not great. That's
so that means I'm down to 4.
Yeah.
So just spend some stress to like. Oh wait.
Again, you can spend rep or coin to like keep doing it and keep shooting up, keep indulging your vice. And
okay, I have a question for you then, John, because the last episode I took that ring off of Suker.
The ruby ring.
If I want to sell that ring, does that count as an action, like a downtime action?
No, that's fine. That's the kind of thing we can kind of gloss over. Like we see you like in an alleyway with a fence or something, like, I need my fix here. I'll give you this ring.
Because if I can get money from him, then I can spend the coin to like money for the ring. Then I can spend it to indulge my vice again.
Yeah, if you don't want to like haggle and deal with a jeweler and all that crap, if you just want to like get rid of it, you can get 2 coin for it. It's a pretty nice jeweled ring. It's probably worth more than that, but you'd have to go find a buyer and shit. So
no, I'm lazy. I don't. That's fine.
Yep.
Cool. So I'll take the 2 coin. I'm gonna spend 1, and then I'm gonna indulge my vice again.
Yeah. Hey.
So what does that mean?
That means you overindulge.
Yeah. Now what?
It hasn't happened yet.
I know this hasn't happened yet.
The first.
This is cool. This is fun.
I got too high.
Yeah.
Just burst out into the library or start knocking shit over, trying to make out with everyone I see.
Helped you get to this point too. Maybe she gave you some rough shit, man.
Yeah, I think the like you went to a different dealer, maybe a guy that would just like eyeball a ring and trade you drugs for it. So it's like a different mix of Lotus than you normally get, maybe. And you shoot it and you just like go on a fucking Xanadu journey, for like a day. You're just out of it in this crazy dream world. And during that time, you do something while you're under the influence of Black Lotus.
Look, it's not my fault if I can smell colors, okay?
So you get to choose. It's on the downtime reference sheet under Vice.
Okay.
You can choose what rune does, like how you respond to this. You either attract trouble, which means I roll an additional entanglement for the crew while you're out high. You have big talk where you like brag about the crew's exploits to someone and you get +2 heat.
Okay.
Lost, which is like Rune just disappears for a while on her drug trip when you play a new character, which I assume you don't want to do.
Yeah, it's too much.
Or tapped, where your normal vice purveyor, Martin Gull, the guy you usually get your drugs from, they like cut you off. They're like, whoa.
Like trashed his tavern.
Yeah, you've gone too
like,
far.
No. Yeah.
So you'll have to find, before you indulge again, you'll have to find a new purveyor for your Lotus.
Okay. And I'm assuming that finding a new purveyor wouldn't be like a downtime action. It would just be part of like the game.
You do a downtime action with that, or you could just go off and do it. It depends on how you want to handle it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that one then.
You want to do tapped?
Sure.
Oh shit! Cut off.
Yeah, cut off. So
Look.
maybe yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I can't be held responsible for the things that I do when high. Maybe I can. I think I can.
Yeah, I think in runes, like in the Simpsons episode where Homer is like totally tripping out, and then we see like he's like actually doing. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You probably think that you're fighting a monster or something, or I don't know. Based on what's happened to you recently, it's probably like.
Did Cataby take Rune to a different place?
I don't know. You guys didn't team up this time, did you?
No, we was just asking like if Cataby could do that.
Yeah. I was just asking more from a.
Right. Well, but now I have the idea that I'll have to approach Ms. Cataby because I feel like she deals a little more in the surreptitious kind of gambling and I would assume drug world. So I'll probably talk to Cataby about that and be like, I need your help.
Okay.
Cool.
So you're saying you got way too high then and the person was like, get the fuck out and don't come back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we also had established that Martin was kind of like a sort of a father figure, kind of like he was sort of protective. When you went to meet Careless, he was like, it's okay. Like, I got your back and everything. So yeah, I think he thinks it's like a tough love situation where he's like, I'm cutting you off for your own good.
Right.
Yeah. So it would be possible to win him back.
You're not my real dad.
Exactly.
Get my drugs somewhere else.
You're not my real dealer. Yeah. So you could probably win him back if you wanted to keep him, but for now it's cut off. Like
okay.
Too far.
Cool. Then I guess I'm good. I'm done.
Okay.
And someone else can get their downtime.
Efficient downtime. That's good.
I can go next. Mine's pretty quick.
Until you overindulge.
I just plan on using the 2 actions. What was that cool one where you can get experience actually?
Train, right?
Train.
Okay, well, first we don't need to roleplay it unless you want me to, but I'm going to obviously take a chill pill. I'm one away from...
Yes, you are.
Drama.
Are you going back to the basement of the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh and indulging in your dark business?
So I'm going to go... How many bonus dice do I get?
So I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
She who slays in darkness is not your friend, apparently.
What?
Not in the bonus die way for advice anyway. You are 1 tick away on the favor track.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Careless wants to escalate, I don't know if you have an idea for that, Jeff, but if this time you indulge, again, we don't have to go into like great detail here, but if you want to escalate what you're doing in some way, I'm open to finishing off your clock, which unlocks something else that we need to talk about, and gets the ball rolling on that, which is potentially interesting. But it will mean, I feel like crossing this threshold so that she who slays in darkness counts as a contact for you, means pushing your observances into a more severe state. Right now, it's kind of this low-key thing that's kept under wraps. There's been bodies or hollow bodies found in the canal and stuff, but it's been kind of low-key.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one thought I had was, instead of you going to the basement, we see you actually go and like do the hollowing. Like you go and get someone and do the thing to a normal living person to do that.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I'm down. You're not talking about this causing stress, are you?
No.
Okay.
But it's crossing the threshold. Like to get your fix now. It has been like desecrating these kind of lifeless bodies, and now it's like it's the serial killer thing, right? Like your ritual is getting more elaborate.
Okay.
You're like finding a living victim to prey upon.
Yeah, I like it. I think it gels nicely with what he's doing as well, because he feels like he's planted the seed with Rune, and this last mission had a lot of good killing. He feels good about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. So just for flavor here, like what type of victim does Careless select? When we have a little scene, and instead of seeing you going down to the basement, we see like someone accosted by this strange figure, which is Careless Farm. Who is it? Who do you choose for your victim?
I think for this kind of thing, being one of the first times that he's escalating, as you said, kind of. I feel like he does this normal thing where he kind of grabs his jacket and tells the crew he's going to go out, but he's like shaking with intensity a little bit, and instead of going, you can see him standing in front of the church, and he's like, maybe not this time. And then he goes over to like the local tavern across from it or something nearby, and goes into a booth and sits there and just watches, and like takes the light bulb and or not the light bulb. What is the light source there?
It could be a light bulb. Yeah, there's electric lights. So
okay, he like unscrews a little bit and then just sits there and watches until the bar closes, and then follows someone out, someone that looks like they're really inebriated.
Yeah, this is in Brightstone, which is a nice neighborhood, and so there's a parade of well-to-do citizens of Duskwall, of the upper crust. So you have your pick of, and it's a very safe neighborhood too. There's a lot of blue coat patrols and that kind of thing. So maybe it's a young gentleman who has had too much to drink and waves away the attentions of his carriage driver and wants to take the night air and go for a stroll.
Yep.
And maybe he goes down and leans against the canal embankment and takes out a cigarette and fumbles it into the water, and maybe we see the shadow of Careless Firm sort of loom up behind him. And
just see like the outline of eyes and teeth in the dark.
Yeah, totally. That's your cat. That's your cat.
That's exactly what I see. Just like this green.
Yeah, totally.
I think he kind of knows this is the final blessing before he makes the next level with huge lays in the dark.
Yeah, there's levels of initiation, right? And this is crossing this threshold into the deeper level. So what do you think, Jeff? Do you think is this the kind of thing that Careless, like what type of person, what type of character is he? Is this the kind of thing where we cut away because Careless Firm is a badass? We all know he's a badass, and it's a accomplished moment of brutality and everything. Or is it the type of thing where it's actually like a moment of struggle, and he had we don't know how it goes? Is it awkward and violent, and it's a wrestling match and it's bloody? Is it quiet and effortless? If there's a question, just for fun, like we could roll hunt or something to see how it goes. If it's a violent mess or if a clean kill, or if you think Firm is the type of person who's kind of past that point and can just do it, without a trepidation, then we don't have to roll. But
yeah, no, I'd like to state I think, because like anything else, Careless is extremely methodical and planned out. So he waited for this guy, he mapped out what he was going to do, he follows him, and then we've seen this before too, he's very direct with what he does, but he's also he'll go after the wounded calf, basically. Like he wants it to be clean and professional. So I'd like to roll for it, but I think it should be hunt, and perhaps with the bonus dice to represent the fact that he planned this out. But if I roll a fucking 1, I feel like that's how it goes down anyways.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
All right, so hunt. The position stuff doesn't really matter, I guess, right?
It's controlled and great effect.
Okay, controlled. Great. 1 bonus dice is cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yep. Hey.
Bam.
Nice.
All the 6s to the table tonight.
Yep. Yeah, so you take the chance. The blue coat patrol on the opposite side passes by, and one of them waves their lantern across, and as it pans away and the darkness falls on the young man again, that's when you loom forward, and the timing's just right. And then we cut away. Presumably you carry him off somewhere, maybe back into the basement to complete the rest of the ritual and stuff. But okay, so that clock is done for you. Well, this first one anyway. Initiation
Should I
level.
just roll indulge vice now too. We can just assume that.
Yeah. Do your vice indulge.
Bonus dice. How's that working?
All right. Well, let me ask you a question then first. Yeah. Okay. Page 96 of the Blades.
Because you want me to do this in order because I might have a bonus dice from her.
Exactly. Right. So I have to ask you a question here.
Okay.
Well, geez, I have to remember what kind of player you are here. So let me ask you, Jeff. Do there's a mechanic here they're about to use.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that Careless might know about as a adept, or wanting to be an adept of this cult. Is your worship of She Who Slays in Darkness something that you've trained for and studied, and you're a knowledgeable, initiate, or is it something that it's not like a dream that you had and you don't really understand it? Like you are a studied, practiced member of this cult, right?
Yeah, I think it may have started as something I didn't like pursue it myself, but it like started to happen, and then I learned about it.
Okay, cool. So you would know then. What I'm just going to read it because your character knows this stuff. When you open your mind to the thought tendrils of a forgotten god, you suffer one trauma and become an adept of its cult. And you gain access to the following special abilities as veteran advances. One of the special abilities is called the Closing of the Eye. You no longer suffer terror from the supernatural and can choose to take only one stress whenever you resist mental, electroplasmic, or spiritual harm, regardless of the result of your roll. Or you can take Glorious Visage. You may extend the thought tendrils of the god from your own mind to those around you, granting them a vision of its formless form. This is a psychic attack which inflicts 3 stress on you and has an effect determined by your trauma level. When your trauma is 1, all those who can see you must look away and leave your presence or be paralyzed with dread. And then it gets worse when your trauma goes up. When your trauma is at 4, you can focus on one person who can see you and inflict fatal psychic harm, for instance.
You get 4 trauma, then you're almost dead.
So 4 is technically dead for a PC. However, when you're an adept of a forgotten god and you suffer your 4th trauma, you may ascend to mastery of your cult. You receive permission to call upon your god to briefly manifest in the physical world and enact its will at the cost of 6 stress. And you get permission to continue to play your character rather than retiring, with the following restrictions. You can now only heal stress by serving the will of your god. Your vice becomes servitude. And when you suffer your 5th harm, you ascend to an avatar of the god, losing your human mind and will. As the thought tendrils of the god fully manifest within you, retire your character to their dark fate.
Said that so clinically and matter-of-factly. And you become possessed and you retire your dark fate.
Side effects may include dry mouth. So you Careless Firm, understand that you've taken the first step on this path.
Okay.
So step 1, if you want She Who Slays in Darkness to be your buddy and help you with the vice rolls, you are going to let her thought tendrils into your mind, which means you take a trauma. You're going to choose one of the traumas on your sheet, and Careless can embody that psychological quirk going forward to get XP.
All right.
And then you will unlock these 2 special abilities, which you can spend advances on later to get weird.
I'll take the trauma. I'll be the
Weird
first.
god powers. All right.
I mean, if I'm going to become a dark god, first trauma's got to happen at some point.
Right. I'm thinking it is like so appropriate.
If a dark god asks you if you want to be an avatar, you say yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
of course.
Nice. So which trauma are you going to choose?
Okay, let me close this thing here, or move it, I guess. So mine's bugging out a little bit. It's actually compacted and I can't see. I see
okay.
soft, unstable, obsessed, haunted, and cold.
I think so. I'll read them out here: cold, haunted, obsessed, paranoid, reckless, soft, unstable, and vicious.
And these are just flavors, so I would have to, my character would deal with these, and I get that one experience that a lot of us have been missing out on when I deal with this, right?
Right. You can play them as strongly or as weakly as you want. When you play them strongly and they're bad, like it's poor judgment for you to be vicious, let's say, then you get XP when you do that.
I believe cold is the one that
Yes, that sounds right to me.
yeah.
Sweet.
Not soft, Jeff.
Not soft,
Yeah.
Marcus. My character's trying to make people hard.
Careless Firm has not gone soft. What do you know? What a crazy world.
My characters make people hard. Yeah,
Dark heresy throwback.
it's true.
So cold, just to
Chat's saying vicious. to be honest, guys, vicious is the close second, but cold is he's already along those lines. That's
definitely. The way it's defined in the text is cold means you're not moved by emotional appeals or social bonds.
Yeah.
Feelings of others don't really matter to you.
And when you take a trauma, do I reset the stress clock?
Normally you do. This is a special magical thing.
Okay.
So you just get the trauma in exchange for unlocking these god powers, essentially.
And now I'll indulge vice, and you're saying I get 1 bonus dice?
Indulge vice, and now the goddess is your friend, so you get a bonus die.
And do I pay a coin to have a second one? Is that how it works?
This is your first downtime action, so you're
okay. You pay a coin for another downtime action. I see.
You get 2 for free, and then after that you pay.
All right, doing it. I got a 6.
Nice.
And because 6. I don't have to take the lowest because I have 1 in insight now, right?
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, I'll take that 6, as you can imagine. Let's see here.
So that drops you down to 2 stress.
Yes. And I'm just good with that. I'm not gonna. So for my second action, I would like to train something. And again, I apologize. It's been 2 weeks. How do you do that?
You choose which track you want to train: insight, prowess, resolve, or your playbook.
And then what?
And then if it's insight or prowess, because you're assassins, you mark 2 XP. If it's one of the other ones, you mark 1 XP in the track.
Insight or prowess, you get 2.
Yeah.
I'll do 1 in playbook.
Okay.
And then that's my time.
Cool. So just out of curiosity, like in the fictional space here, where does Careless train on his own? Like, are you doing katas in the basement, or do you have a trainer that you work with, or what's your...
I feel like keeping in alignment with what just happened, and I'm working, like, because I put it in playbook and I'm close to a 3rd playbook option, actually. I feel like this is almost, again, there's like we don't need to see the scene where he's, again, murdering someone against the wall, but I think he kind of comes out, and instead of just heading right back to the place, he sits in the pew and like meditates for a while.
Yeah.
And there's just like a shimmering darkness about him, and that's just him enhancing himself, basically. He's like Neo and Morpheus in the mind armory with She Who Slays in the Dark.
Totally. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the darkness is. And I think just to represent the cold thing too, like maybe we get a glimpse of the thought tendril thing that happens to you, and maybe there is a little flash of Careless's life before back home, like people that you knew or relationships that you had or something like that. And we see these tendrils kind of go through and snuff them out one by one. These human connections that in your memory just go dark and fade away, replaced by your new best friend. Yeah. Cool. Very cool.
And the downtime, which I guess we're taking soon here, or break time rather, I'll need to brush up on how where I write the powers down and stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll do. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's take our first break, and we'll come back with Wheats and Zeke's downtime after that.
Great.
We'll see you guys in just a bit.